Hey guys, what's going on? It's your host Friday, and it's week 9. Gonna bring you another lineup. Um, Quick recap of last week's lineup. Aaron Rodgers was a great play. He scored the second highest points among quarterbacks, I think. Um, but two players from my lineup didn't play. The two Green Bay players. So I switched them out and also switched the defense. It was to Denver, which helped me a lot. I actually scored pretty good. Ended up with 195 points, which was pretty high on this week, with the very low scoring games. I wasn't on Cooper and Carr though, so there was no way for me to win anything big. But I still had a great week with that lineup. Um, yeah, I hope we hit it good this week too. For quarterback, we go back to Aaron Rodgers. He's the most expensive quarterback. He's playing the game with the highest total so far, and he's at home. Um, he has huge home away splits as well. People don't talk about his splits as often as they talk about Drew Brees or maybe Big Ben, but he has some huge splits too. And I think against a weak Indianapolis defense without a real running back again. They even dropped Niall Davis. I think he's up for another 30 points this week, and he will get some of his weapons back. I think both Ty Montgomery and Randall Cobb will be back, and that's huge for him. Okay, as running back, first play, of course, Ezekiel Elliott. I think he's a lock this week. Um, I hope he doesn't get injured like Spencer Ware last week. Oh, that hurt me so bad. But I mean, it's Cleveland. They give up 140 yards per game on the ground, a lot of touchdowns. It's Elliott. He will control the clock for Dallas again. I mean, there's no way around him. He'll have 100 yards for sure, as he had in all of his games so far, I believe. Look that up real quick. Nope. 96 yards. Okay, the first two games don't really count. He was a rookie, or he is a rookie. Okay, 96 yards. Maybe some people will be off of him because of last week. I don't think so. He will be the highest known player this week. If Spencer Ware plays. Spencer Ware's out. Charkandrick West will be a huge play, and I think a lot of people will be on him. The other running back is one of my favorite players for Draftkings, Duke Johnson. Okay, it's Duke Johnson's only in play if Cody Kessler plays. So with Cody Kessler, Duke Johnson saw more targets and had a greater upside. Um, it will be against Dallas. They will trail. Um, they will have to make some quick throws, and I think Duke Johnson's a perfect guy for that. They have a very good run defense, so I don't think Crowell will be in as much or for a lot of snaps, and that could be a week for Duke Johnson. For wide receiver, we start off with one of Aaron Rodgers' targets, our stack, and that's Randall Cobb. Of course, only if he plays this week. He is expected to. His injury's gotten better. Um, People will be off of him, I think, and will be on Devontae Adams because he saw such a huge role for a couple weeks now. But I think with Montgomery back and Cobb back, Adams' role will shrink, and Cobb will see his big role again. And um, with Vontae Davis on Jordy Nelson, I think some of his targets will go over to Cobb too, and we'll just give Cobb a great game. I mean, I'm really huge on Cobb this week. Our next wide receiver is actually pretty cheap. It's Kenny Stills. It's against the Jets, and they have Ajayi, the Miami Dolphins do. So I think a lot of people will be on Ajayi and don't expect the pass game to really go off. But since it's the Jets with a very good run defense but an awful pass defense, I see Kenny Stills and all of the Miami passing offense in play actually. I even like Tannehill this week. But Kenny Stills is their deep threat. New York Jets give up the most big plays in the NFL right now. And he is in a great spot. He can explode for 2 or 3 deep targets. And if he gets one of them to the end zone, he already has a great week for us at 3,900. And I expect really big numbers out of Kenny Stills. Um, the next guy will be Sammy Coates. I mean, here as well, we have a big playmaker. Against Baltimore, they have a very good cornerback who shut down Odell Beckham in the first half. He will be on Antonio Brown most of the times. I still expect Brown to have a good week, just not a huge week, and Sammy Coates could really take some of the points of Brown, and he can have not a week as he had against, which was a great week he had against the Jets, like Kenny Stills will have. Sammy Coates, another deep threat. But I still expect huge numbers from him. Okay, let's go over to tight end. Tight end. We will take Delaney Walker. So I think everybody will be on Kyle Rudolph. He's $600 less, and I also like him a lot. It's against Detroit. He had 2 really tough matchups the last 2 weeks, so he didn't score as people thought he would maybe. And this week is his special week against the worst defense against Titans, together with the Jets. They also will have a new offensive coordinator, so that could give him some extra boost. But since we have the salary and Kyle Rudolph will be heavily overowned, I will go with Delaney Walker. San Diego gives up a lot of passes to the tight end as well. And Walker in that offense with Mariota getting better every week and with Murray limited, I think he has a potential for a huge week with a very low ownership. And at 4,600, otherwise we would have 600 left if we pick Kyle Rudolph. You can go either way here. I just like Delaney Walker better because he'll be heavily underowned and has a great matchup against San Diego with some special things like a limited Murray and a very good quarterback. Okay, let's start with the defense. For defense, we have the Dallas Cowboys. So, oh no, Dallas Cowboys, that's wrong. We have the Carolina Panthers. They're going against LA. We saw what they did last week. I mean, that was huge. That was against a very bad offense. Again, it was against the Cardinals. But I really liked how the defense stepped up and they showed some of last year's defense the first time this season. And it was after a bye week, so they were rested. But I still think they take the momentum from last week and gonna crash the Rams. A very poor offense and big potential for the Carolina defense. And as our flex player, we have Brandon Cooks. Um, as well as Aaron Rodgers, Breeze has a huge home away split, and people tend to fade him on the road. Um, I still like Brandon Cooks though. San Francisco's pass defense doesn't look too bad on paper, but if you actually look on the stats, number one receivers post against San Francisco, that's some huge numbers. I mean, huge numbers. And Brandon Cooks is always the guy for some big plays. And even though Drew Brees is on the road, they're favored by 3.5 points, I think. And I just see Brandon Cooks go off with the um, running back role. Not really sure how they will go this week. I'm gonna fade both of the running backs and just go with Brandon Cooks as the receiver if I play anyone in New Orleans. Okay, thank you very much for watching the video. If you like it, I hope you leave a like, and if you want to see more for week 9, just leave a subscribe and I'll post some more videos later this week. See you.